Hey everyone, I'm Peter Wall from Argo, and I'm excited to be here with you today. You guys sent in a ton of questions on Twitter. We're trying this new experiment where we asked for your questions and I would answer them. So here we go. There's just about 30 questions. Some of them are repeat. So Abacus Conjecture asks, a lot of folks would like to see this dual listed. Will it happen and when? Obviously, this is a question that came up a lot in this particular exercise, and people were asking, whether a dual listing is in the works or whether it's a good idea and what we thought about it. So we obviously want our shares, our stock, to be as accessible as possible to as many people as possible. That being said, it's not an obvious process or an immediate process to get listed on other exchanges. It's something that we've been saying all year that we've been looking into, and we have been doing research on it. I can't get into what we've done or what we haven't done or what any kind of timing might be for any future possibilities, other than to say we're aware that there's lots of folks who think a dual listing is a good idea. We think it's an interesting opportunity, and we're looking into it. Are you considering mining Ethereum? Says My Broke Investor. My Broke Investor sends 3 questions. The first is, are you considering mining Ethereum? Ethereum is having a great year. It's something that we have looked into in the past. We used to mine Ethereum back in the old days when we were running GPU rigs in 2018, but on a very, very small scale. Ethereum mining requires a different type of machine. It requires a different type of miner, and we are very happy with the Bitcoin mining and the Zcash mining that we've done in 2020. So while Ethereum is an interesting idea, it's not something that is at the forefront of our thinking right now. Next question, what are the long-term capital allocation plans, i.e. return cash to shareholders or pump all cash into further growth? So obviously, we want to return value to shareholders in whatever way we can. Shareholders are at the top of our list, and we realize that we're, as a publicly traded company, the company is owned by many different shareholders who have many different interests. But everyone wants to kind of get value out of owning Argo, and that's something that we recognize. I try to do things like this. We engage with our institutional shareholders very frequently. So returning value to shareholders is important for us, but so is growth, so is investing in new machines. So I'm going to kind of, hedge the answer on this one. You might not be super happy with it, My Broke Investor, but I think it's going to be, depending on the situation at the time. Right now, obviously in 2020, we have decided to continue to return, pump cash into further growth. We just did the financing deal with Celsius, which we're super happy about. For the new machines that are coming on in 2021. It's a really great opportunity, a really great deal. 2021 is going to look different than 2020. And if there's an opportunity to, pay out a dividend or return cash to shareholders, that's something that we will, consider at the time when it's available. At what point do you recognize revenue? i.e., do you take the market price when BTC is mined or only when sold? Very good question. So essentially what My Broke Investor here is asking is, do we take on our monthly operations update, which we put out every month, and we say we had 1.5 million sterling in revenue, is that based on which Bitcoin price is that based on? Is that based on the price of Bitcoin at the end of the month? So if Bitcoin was 15,000 at the end of the month, are we taking 125 Bitcoin and multiplying by 15,000? Or are we doing it some way, some other way? So it's based on the daily price of Bitcoin. So the price we mine. So let's say we mine 5 Bitcoin in one day, and the price is 15,000. We calculate revenue based on the daily price of Bitcoin, and that's where that number comes from.